Well, apparently I need to be more whimsical and more animated as I film these vlogs. I'm not even entirely sure what that even means, but I'm gonna learn. I'm gonna try, I guess you could say. I feel like I'm animated enough, but whatever. It's besides the point. I'm Gary2theO, and this is vlog number 6. And I've been thinking, it seems like months ago that I was just filming vlog number 1, when in reality, it was 2 or 3 weeks ago. I think 3 weeks ago. We'll go with 3 weeks ago that I had filmed and released vlog number 1. That it feels like years have gone by that I've traveled. I haven't been anywhere. Or at least it seems that way. Haven't left this apartment, which isn't entirely true, but it feels that way. But haven't left this city really. Haven't left this state, let alone this country. And it seems like a lifetime ago that I was getting fitted for a suit. Very slim. This suit will probably fit me forever. Start a little bit on the end.
This one, yeah?
Yeah.
And sir, this one, sorry, huh?
Alright, that wasn't a lifetime ago. That was just over a year ago. And that doesn't even seem that long ago. But what does feel like so long ago is we were just in Thailand again for a trip this year, and the world was a bit wonky. It was just the beginning of all this. COVID had just barely had a couple of cases. Well, maybe a couple hundred cases. I don't remember. China was just in lockdown. I just remember being on an island thinking and hearing that there was a travel ban into the United States and thinking, oh, is I ever going to get home? And honestly, I didn't want to come home because, let's face it, who wants to leave a tropical island? And who wants to leave Thailand to come back to work in what at the time was winter? We were able to go home, and let's face it, it got a little weird on the way home.
Yeah. So we made it to Shanghai. It's a ghost town. And people are really rude here.
They walk kind of funny. Like they might be diseased. Like it might be the zombie apocalypse.
They push you out of the way. They're actually very rude. This airport is
the worst. No,
I mean,
Kuala Lumpur is worse. Kuala Lumpur is the second
no
worst.
Bueno.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's fine. We'll be fine.
They're on their way. Put them on.
So I took the advice of my good friend Johnny Rumble there, and we put on our masks and we made it home, not knowing what lied ahead. You know, COVID had just hit. People looked at me funny as I walked through work, and people knowing that I had been at least out of the country. All these diseases floating around. Not all these diseases. One of these diseases floating around. And let's face it, it turned out to be a doozy. And we didn't even know. We didn't know what was to come. I think it was a month after that, lockdown started happening. Not very long after that, masks went from voluntary to almost mandatory in a lot of places. I remember seeing the first stores making it mandatory to wear masks. And then my job, my good old job at Target, made it mandatory to wear masks. And they gave us these disposable masks, which at the time were, plenty. And not knowing how I was going to react to them, these masks they're hot. They're hard to breathe. They fog up your glasses. They're miserable. I had to find a solution. Now, wearing those disposable masks, they smelled like chemicals. They dried out my nose. They dried out my throat. And this was all within like an hour of wearing them. I don't know how doctors wear them all day, or if that's the mask they do wear all day, but I don't know. So I had to find a different option. Started talking with a friend of mine. He hooked me up with these sweet homemade masks. I don't know if you can see the pattern there. Maybe, but it is flower pattern. I mean, it's blue on the other side, but I thought these were it. These were definitely, they smelled clean. They didn't dry my mouth out, dry my throat out, dry my chest out. They're hotter than all hell. just breathing. You know, doesn't stop the fogging of the glasses. I feel like I'm wearing a pair of curtains on my face, and I just want to open them, but I can't. I just can't. But these still, after a couple days, I still felt a lot of pain. So I called my doctor to find out just if there was anything wrong, and she told me to wear the mask. Actually, she didn't exactly tell me to wear the mask. She told me to take breaks because honestly, it was just miserable. It was unbearable. Not because it was hot, not because of the smell, but just because of the effect it was having on my body. But I still needed to take this tablecloth off my face. So I upgraded. I don't know if you want to call this an upgrade. I feel like, do you remember those disposable, or not disposable, reusable diapers? They're white. They're made of cloth. I just remember my mom washing them at one point in time. I think she used them on us kids. I was young. That was so long ago. It seems almost not longer than the last time I traveled, but yet that was probably 30 plus years ago. But I was given these masks, these diapers. I put them on my face. They're very hot. They were probably hotter than the tablecloth. I want to say they don't seem to restrict my breathing as much. They fog up my glasses just as much. But it was, I don't know. These weren't doing the trick. I had to find another option. Because let's face it, nobody wants to wear a diaper on their mouth. That's just, it doesn't catch the bullshit coming out. So I had to search the internets. I went to the Facebooks, actually. I went to the Facebooks and I got some suggestions. So I hit the Facebooks. I didn't know what kind of response I was gonna get because I've tried, let's see, I tried 2 different versions of these. The first one didn't work, so that's why I went to this. This is actually another version, and this is not as bad as the first version, but it's still not as good. This diaper mask, and I needed a solution. I found probably the best solution. A lot of people suggested these are called, I believe, neck gaiters. I've seen them used in fishing, hunting. I'm not really sure what kind of protection they give me, but they're definitely probably the hottest of all the masks, because you get all this up here, plus you get all this fabric down here. And let me tell you, it does, like the other masks, they send the air right to the glasses to fog them up. This sends the air right down to my neck to make it hotter. And it is the middle of summer, so it is 100% hot as fuck in all these masks. But the biggest problem has been my breathing. It has been, not even my breathing, my breathing. Yes, my breathing. Probably a lot of self-infliction here. Smoked a lot of cigarettes in my day. I'm, for the most part, have quit. I do enjoy a cigarette now and then, but that's besides the point. But these, side note, I had a collapsed lung when I was 19, and according to my mother, I'm not really sure. Apparently part of my lung may or may not have been removed. I don't know. I definitely still feel it to this day, and I probably shouldn't have smoked for the entire 13 years or 12 years or so, however long it's been since then. But I'm looking to make better life decisions. But I still have problems. So I got some really good news, and I don't even know if this is gonna stick, but at work they told me I can wear this face shield. I believe I've heard it all, that I look like Darth Vader. I even look like I can't think of his name, the villain from Spaceballs, the Star Wars spoof. But I can breathe in this. It's not as hot. It's basically like just wearing a hat. The only downfall is, I don't know if you can hear it, but it definitely sounds like I am yelling in the Grand Canyon, because not only do I feel like you can't hear me, I yell really loudly prevent that because the sound goes from here to here and then out, and I hear that all, it echoes. So probably going to be the best solution, and I really hope that this one sticks, but I don't know. Like I said, I'm trying to make better life decisions, and luckily for me, I have an amazing girlfriend who knows some hippie technique called the Alexander technique. I'm just kidding, it's not really a hippie technique. I think maybe in vlog number 7 I'll let her, maybe we'll get together with her and she can explain what Alexander technique is, because since all this started, this has really helped my breathing. But I think for now I'm gonna let her work on my body a little bit, get some more breaths in, and I think we'll see it for vlog number 7. Yeah, we'll see it for vlog number 7. Peace out, suckers.